Kaye's First and Nursery School.
My name is Jenny.
And my name is also Jenny. What? Welcome, guys, to a very special assembly brought to you today by Google and Parent Zone. Now, it's special because today you are about to embark on a journey to become Internet Legends!
But hold on 1 second, because there's actually 3 of us here today. We've got another presenter, Daniel, who's live in our studio, talking to your teachers and finding out the answers to our questions. Say hello, Daniel.
Hello, guys.
Now, we've got loads of exciting things to get through today, so sit back, make yourselves comfortable and get ready for some fun.
And in a moment, guys, you're going to see a number 5 appear on this screen, and when it does, we want you to join us with a countdown from 5 to 1. And when you get to 1, we need the biggest, loudest hello you have ever said.
I'll go get that countdown ready.
Good idea. Guys, now that Jenny's gone, she's a bit upset today, actually, because she's lost her favourite toy cat. We think he might be somewhere in this studio hiding, so keep your eyes peeled. Now, here's some more information about him. His name is Colin. Did you get that? Colin. And he is 3 years old. See if you can remember all of that information, because we're going to come to you later to see if you've spotted him. Oh, I think Jenny's coming back.
Okay, countdown's ready. That means I'm ready. Are you ready, Jenny?
I am.
Are you ready, Kaye's First and Nursery School? Watching your screens, because in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hello!
We are not even in the same room, but I'm pretty sure I heard you here in our studio.
I know, I bet your teacher's ears are hurting. Wait a second, didn't you say something about Internet Legends?
I sure did. Internet legends are the masters of their online world. And I'm sure we'd all agree the internet is a really cool place where we can learn and discover so many new things. But when we're using the internet, we have to be careful. We have to make the right decisions and look after each other. This is what internet legends do.
They sound great, right? And I bet this stuff is even more important lately.
It really is, Jenny, because loads of us have been using our devices even more in lockdown. It's really important that we remember this.
That's true. I've been using my phone loads lately.
Me too. So it's a really great idea now that we're seeing each other a bit more in person to refresh our online skills.
Absolutely. But wait a second. Does that mean that we can all become internet legends today?
Oh, what? Kaye's First and Nursery School?
Yeah.
I don't know if they want to be, Jenny.
Let me ask them. Kaye's First and Nursery School, do you want to become internet legends? I can't hear you. Come on. Do you want to become internet legends? Whoa!
We hear you loud and clear. Hold on to your chairs, guys, because to be internet legends, we are going on an awesome adventure to this incredible virtual world called Interland. Woo!
Oh, we need to explain who these are.
These little guys here are called the Internauts. Don't be shy, give them a wave.
Hello.
Hello. Now, the Internauts are a lot like you and I, because just like us, they love to have loads of fun exploring the internet. But because they live here in Interland, that means they're always online.
Oh, sounds great, right?
Kind of, but because they're always online, they know how important it is to stay safe.
Now let me introduce you to a very important internaut who goes by the name of Legend.
Yes, now Legend is a hero to all the other internauts because Legend always knows the right things to say and do online.
Now this is Legend's friend Pip. Pip's a little bit more like me and you because Pip doesn't always know the right things to say or do online. But together and with Legend's help, we can all learn to make the right decisions.
We can, but guess what? Not everybody in Interland is good. These little guys here are called dun dun dun, the Internauties. And just like their name suggests, they like to cause trouble and make the other internauts unhappy. I want to point out one of them to you. This little guy here in red is the oversharer. Now, they've been dropping letters all over the place, and I think they're trying to spell out a word. So if you see them floating around with a letter, write it down and tell your teacher what you think that word is. As soon as you get it, we're going to see who can be first. Wait, I think that's the first letter. Is that an I?
So we found out about the Internauts, but now it's time to get to know you. We're going to ask you some questions and we want you to tell your teachers if your answers are yes or no. They're going to pass those answers on to Daniel and we'll find them out very soon.
I think they've got that, Jenny, but why don't we start with a really easy question?
Good idea.
Okay, here's our question. Is Kaye's first and nursery school the best school in the whole wide world? So tell your teachers yes if you think you are, or no if you think you're not.
I think they're voting. But wait, this is like one of those talent shows because you're voting from the comfort of your own chair. But you know what? It is a bit unfair, this question.
Yeah?
Well, we all know it was my primary school that was the best. We played netball tournaments all the time and won every single one.
Oh, you're being serious?
Yeah.
Well, if we're going there, Jenny, actually I had the best primary school in the world
No.
because, get this, we used to have the tastiest fish and chips every Friday, even better than any fish and chip shop.
I do love fish and chips, but I also love netball. Or do you know what? We'll stop arguing and go over to Daniel and find out your answers.
Well, let me tell you, and yes, stop arguing because I would agree with you, Jenny. Fish and chips sound amazing, and that has made me probably decide what I'm going to have lunch today, or for lunch today, sorry. But before we get on to anything else about schools, I need to tell you that Kaye's first nursery school, we have to give a big shout out to years 3, 4 and 5 who are watching from school. And you asked earlier, do you guys want to become internet legends? And year 3 said, yes, we do. And you guys are soon well on your way to becoming internet legends. Now, we also have Lily in year 4 who recently had an audition for Matilda. Well done, Lily. I hope you get it, and great stuff on that. Also, we have been told from Kaye's first nursery school that this week they are doing an active walk to school week. That sounds absolutely brilliant because all of them are walking to school and not putting any cars or anything to add to the pollution, which is brilliant. Now, we would join in with that, but we are a whopping 176 miles away from you, and it would take us 2 days to get there. So I think we'll probably leave that one to you guys. But all of that information there says to me that you guys are the best school, so well done.
Wow, it really does, doesn't it? And I tell you what, it is time to vote for real now, guys. So, Kaye's first and nursery school, let's go.
Our first question for you is, do you use the internet? Now, I'm pretty sure that they're going to say yes to this one because you're using the internet now to be able to watch us. But let's find out what you're using it for.
Do you use it for your favourite schoolwork? Yeah, to tell your teachers yes if you do and no if you don't. But Jenny, this is kind of a bit like schoolwork now, watching us, isn't it?
Maybe a bit more fun.
Well, just a little.
How about chatting with friends? I've been doing that loads recently. How about you guys?
What about sharing funny pictures like this cute dog looking like E.T.? I don't know about you guys, but I love sharing funny pictures, especially of cute ones, cute sort of doggies in their blankets.
He's very cute, but finally we have got playing games. Now, I love playing games, and I've got to tell you guys something as well. I've got the highest score ever on Interland. I'm so happy, I'm so happy.
You weren't meant to tell them that.
Oh yeah,
No.
because I beat you.
Beat me.
Let's move on and go to Daniel and find out your answers.
Well, let's have a look at some of these questions you've asked. First of all, you said, do you use the internet? Well, I can tell you they certainly do. And I can tell you that because Liam in year 4 went and used the Be Internet Legends program during lockdown. Now, apparently Mrs. Fisher owes him a sticker. So we can't provide you with a sticker, unfortunately, Liam, but we can provide you with a big, massive thumbs up. So well done there. Also, year 5 have been learning about PEGI ratings, which is great and really important as well for anything you may be watching or playing on. Also, year 4 are apparently really sensible online and know how to tell a trusted adult when they're not sure about something. That is something we're going to touch on later and something that's also really important. Then you asked, do you use it for your schoolwork? Now, all of Key Stage 2 love computing lessons and they have some brilliant coders. So that suggests that they absolutely do. And Lewis in year 5 loves going online at home. So again, he's probably using that for schoolwork. Then you said, do you use it to chat with your friends? Well, absolutely, they say. Miss Gardner for year 3 says they love chatting and indeed sending funny pictures. And it's the same for Miss Fisher with years 4 and 5. Now, lastly, you said, do you like playing games? Well, it's a massive yes for Miss Gardner with year 3, but also we've got some specifics because Bo in year 3 is really good at gaming apparently. Well done, Bo. Jensen is a big Pokemon Go fan. I hope you've caught all those Pokemons. Billy in year 5 loves gaming at home on his consoles, don't we all? And then Jack in year 5 has made a great Kudo game. Harry actually beat Mrs. Fisher on his Kudo game that he created. That will teach you for not dishing out those stickers, Mrs. Fisher. So all of that answers your questions, I think. Back to you guys in the studio.
It sounds like Kaye's First and Nursery School are on the internet a lot, almost as much as the internauts. But to be an internet legend, you have to follow a pledge. And that's 5 simple but powerful promises to ensure that your online lives are epic. So here they come. To be an internet legend, you need to be sharp and think before you share. You need to be alert and check it's for real. You need to stay secure and protect your stuff. You need to be kind and respect each other. And lastly, you need to be brave. When in doubt, discuss.
Oh, that's actually loads for me to remember. Yeah, maybe I can teach them a bit of a simpler way. Why don't we go like this? Sharp, alert, secure, kind, brave. Okay, now I think this time you can join in and I want you to be so loud that you blow your school's roof off. Let's go! Sharp, alert, secure, kind, brave!
Whoa! Right, guys, are you ready to have some adventures and visit Interland? Let's go!
So here is Interland, and as you can see, it's made up of 4 floating islands. I'll show you them on the map, but you may be able to see them dotted around our studio as well. In the blue corner, we have got Mindful Mountain. In the red corner, Reality River. Here in the orange, the Tower of Treasure. And lastly in the green, Kind Kingdom. But let's start at Mindful Mountain. Now this is like the town centre of Interland. It's a really cool place where internauts come together to share stories, pictures and thoughts.
But they need to be careful, don't they, about what they share and who they share it with. So in this part of Interland, internauts know to think before they share. This is called being internet sharp. Sometimes internauts share things they shouldn't.
Like the oversharer who loves sharing other internauts' personal and private information that doesn't belong to them. And they don't care if it makes other internauts unhappy.
The thing is, Jenny, sometimes it's difficult to know if something's a good share or a bad share, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, as we've got these guys here today, do you have an example for them of a good share?
I do actually, yeah. I've got this brilliant picture here of a rainbow that someone sent to me. They had drawn it for all the doctors, nurses, key workers and NHS staff who have been looking after us all so much recently. Now, they were so pleased with this picture and they were happy for us to share it because sometimes the more shares you get, the better.
Oh, no, not always. Sometimes it's better to be a bit more private. Sometimes you might just want to share things with your close friends or your family. Now, Jenny, this is a great example of a good share, but do you have an example now of a not so good share?
Yeah, I've got this picture of my cat during her annual bath time. She hates for anyone seeing her not looking her best. Just because I took this photo, does that mean it's okay for me to share?
It's not, Jenny, no.
Let's move on.
Remember Pip the internaut? Ooh, well, one time Pip was trying out some serious football skills and messed up. Now, the oversharer was filming it on their device like we do, and when they both watched it back, they both found it funny. But the oversharer found it so funny, they just decided to share it with loads of other internauts that Pip didn't even know.
And then those other internauts found the video funny too. So they shared it with their friends, and their friends shared it with their friends. And before long, that video of Pip's epic football fail was all over Interland. That made Pip feel so sad and embarrassed. Oversharer was selfish and didn't think about how Pip would feel. And we need to remember that when we go online. We need to think about how others will feel before we press send.
That's really true, because when we post something online, we can't always control just how many people will see it. Jenny and I have got a great example to show you how this happens. Well, it's
challenge time!
Woo!
Now, this challenge is actually really important to me because I've lost my toy cat. It looks a little bit like this one here on this picture, but I think it's somewhere in the studio and I was wondering if you found him.
Jenny, I've got an idea. Why don't we turn this into a bit of a quiz? So guys, I've got 3 questions for you and I want you to tell your teachers as soon as you know the answer. Let's help Jenny find her cat. Question 1, where is Jenny's cat? Question 2, what's the cat's name? Question 3, how old is the cat? Shall I do them again? Question 1, where is the cat? Question 2, what is the cat's name? And question number 3, little clue there. How old is the cat? And vote.
But how would they know all that information about my cat?
Well, Jenny, this is to show how quickly personal information can spread. And guess what? We've had some personal information all the way from Kaye's first and nursery school to tell us there are 2 birthdays around this time. So we would love to say a huge happy birthday to Rufus.
And a huge happy birthday to Ruby. What was that? You want us to sing happy birthday to you?
Oh.
Well, we've not actually prepared for that, have we?
No, not at all.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rufus and Ruby. Happy birthday to you.
We hadn't rehearsed at all, had we, Jenny?
We hadn't, no. Oh, let's go over to Daniel and find out if you've got the answers to my cat.
Well, happy birthday, Rufus and Ruby. Big happy birthday to you, both of you, from all of us here, and beautiful singing, ladies. Well done. So let's find out if we can cheer you up, Jenny, and see if we have any information about your cats. Well, year 3 say they think it's in the corner. Year 5 said that it was on top of the screen. Can you remember his age and name? 3 says Jensen. Year 3 say, is it Colin? Noah says from year 4, is it on top of the screen? Year 5 as well say, we think it's Colin and he's aged 3. Colin, says Lucy in year 4, and on top of the screen, 3 years old. We think it's Colin, but we can't quite remember. So lots of Collins, 3 years olds, top of the screens. Are they right, guys?
You are, thank you so much. He is on top of the screen and so many of you were right. His name is Colin and he's 3 years old. But wait a second, how do you know all that information? Are you psychic?
Well, actually, Jenny, I told them at the start of the assembly, but didn't that information travel fast?
And I bet it travels even faster on the internet.
Yeah, anything you share could be forwarded and go viral. That's not just pictures of Colin or videos of football fails. That could be a joke you make or a comment you make online that somebody might take the wrong way. And guys, once it's on the internet, it's there to stay forever. And then anybody could see it, even strangers.
Yeah, but that's not that many people though, is it?
Depends what you think's not that many people, Jenny. Did you know that every single day, just in the UK, 62.2 million people go online? So Jen, if I was to share a picture of Colin today, 62.2 million people could see it. That is a jaw-dropping 690 completely full Wembley stadiums. Look at all those tiny people.
That's loads of people. And having something that you want to stay private going around your school would be bad enough. But can you imagine if that many people saw something you didn't want them to?
Exactly. So guys, always think before you share. Don't let an oversharer spoil your fun. So to be internet sharp, say it with us. We need to
think before you share.
Oh wait, there's another letter. Is that an L?
Oh, now we are off to the next part of Interland, which is called Reality River. Now this runs through Interland, flowing with facts and fake news. On Reality River, things are not always as they seem.
Indeed, in this part of Interland, internauts need to check it's for real. This is called being internet alert. Now, this is really important to remember when you go online because there are people out there who will try and tell us things that are not true.
Now, there's loads of great stuff on the internet, But if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. An internet legend is alert and knows how to tell if things are fact or fake online.
They really do, Jenny, they do. So, for example, have you guys heard of phishing?
Oh, I've heard of phishing!
Yeah?
Like Mrs. Fisher, fishing!
Well, why have you brought your fishing rod?
Because we're going fishing with Mrs. Fisher and everyone.
Look
No,
at the screen.
you spelt it wrong.
I haven't spelt it wrong. That's online phishing. That's the spelling for online fishing with a PH. Do you remember now?
No.
Oh dear. Okay. What should we do? Should we? Tell you what. They've probably eaten their popcorn.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe even some snacks. So they might not have noticed that. So let's just pretend I'm saying it for the first time.
Didn't happen.
Have you heard of phishing? Phishing is something people do when they're trying to steal your information through the internet. And guess what? They exist in Interland too. This big bobbing internaughty here is called the Fisher. Now, they like to send out dodgy emails and online pop-ups to try and get you to click on things that you shouldn't. You might have heard a bit more about fishers lately because whilst we've been in lockdown, fishers have been trying really hard to scam us in taking all of our personal details. And that's why it's really important.
1 second, Jem, because I've just had a pop-up which says you have won a free skin for your favourite game. I'm so excited.
Oh, a skin?
Yeah.
What's a skin?
It's a way to make your character look different. I've always wanted this costume as well. I just need to click here. Should I do it?
Oh, no, Jen. This looks like a prime example of what could be a phishing attack.
Oh.
Did you guys spot that? Tell you what, let's go through some clues together. Let's zoom in. Jen, it's asking for your gamer ID and your password. Were you just trying to log into something now?
No.
You weren't, were you? It just popped out of nowhere. Guys, you should never put in personal details like passwords if you're not sure who's asking. Okay, next one. It says up here, Jenny, you have won a free skin for your favourite game, but doesn't that sound too good to be true?
True.
That's what you said earlier. If you see anything like this, guys, always stop and check with a trusted adult. Now, there is one more. Jen, thank you for asking. That's really wise of you. You said, should I click here? And the answer is no, because if you hover over the area where it says to click, it brings up a really random website that doesn't make any sense. It's full of letters and numbers. All of those things look really fishy, right?
They do, but then, so you go on Cookie Club all the time, and you go there for all your recipes and things like that, but how could you know that's trusted?
Oh, good question. Well, this is my favourite website for all my recipes because if I zoom into the address bar, did you guys spot this? There is a closed padlock followed by the letters HTTPS. I want you to remember that S because it's really important. It stands for secure. Now, just like that other website, there were loads of clues to spot if a website's trying to trick you. But if we're ever not sure, Jenny, who could we check with? A trusted
Adults.
Got it.
Okay, I almost got fished then, didn't I? We need to make sure that when we are playing games or browsing, we're looking out for fishy things, like dodgy links, online pop-ups. We also need to be looking for anything that's asking for our personal details. We need to be looking for those closed padlocks to make sure that that website is extra secure. And if we're not sure about any of those things, we check with a trusted adult. That's right. Who can help us do? Kapow! Bust those fishes. You're busted.
They are indeed. So, guys, to be internet alert, we need to
Check it's for real! Now we are off to the next part of Interland, which is called the Tower of Treasure. This is where internauts' valuables are kept, and that can be anything like phone numbers and addresses or photos and places they've been.
All personal information and data is valuable. Everybody should take care to protect their stuff. That means you guys, your parents, your grown-ups, your teachers, the internauts, and that's why an internet legend always knows to protect their stuff. This is called being internet secure. We knew that, didn't we, Jenny?
We
because
did.
We're legends. But do you know what we don't know? The time. Do you know what time it is?
It's challenge time!
Woo!
Now for this challenge, we are going to tell you some statements. We want you to tell your teachers if you think the answers are true or false. We're then going to go over to Daniel and find out your answers. Our first one is, 123456 is one of the most common passwords used by people online. Do you think that's true or false? 123456 is one of the most common passwords used by people online.
So, guys, I hope you've got your answers in. We're about to reveal this answer. It is true. So that means 123456 is the most commonly used password. And do you know what? That's not strong enough, is it?
No.
No, your passwords should be at least 8 characters, and it should include a mixture of lowercase letters, uppercase letters, numbers and symbols.
I'm going to try and remember that one. Our next one is, it's okay to use the same password for all the websites you visit and all your devices. True or false? It's okay to use the same password for all the websites you visit and all your devices.
I hope you voted, guys. We're about to reveal the answer. It is false. So that means it's not okay to use the same password for all the websites you visit. You should have different passwords for different websites. And another tip is you should change your passwords regularly too.
Great tip. Our final one is, if you close a web browser on the internet, it automatically logs you out of your accounts. True or false? If you close a web browser on the internet, it automatically logs you out of your accounts.
It's the final one, so let's reveal the answer. False. So guys, this is really important. Now that you're back at school, you are probably sharing computers. So if a website asks you to log in, you must remember to log out before you click on that red X and close the browser. You can do that by going to the top left or right-hand corner of the screen. Look out for an avatar, a profile picture, or a logout section. Click on that first, log out, and then close the browser so that the next person can't come and sit at your desk and pretend to be you or say things you wouldn't say.
I really need to remember that one because I was using my phone loads during lockdown, but now I'm using shared devices. Now let's go over to Daniel and find out if you got 3 out of 3.
Well, guys, thank you for coming back to me. And I do love your challenge times. They are absolutely brilliant. But just before we get to the statements, I need to tell you that I have been told Year 3 haven't quite learned about the Be Internet Legends program yet, but we'll be doing it later in the year. Well, guess what? You're learning some of it now, which is brilliant. I've also been told that Year 3 already know how to keep their passwords safe. Now that is absolutely brilliant, Year 3, well done, and something that we will touch upon a bit later. So let's have a look at your statements. First of all, 123456 is one of the most commonly used passwords by people online. Was that true or false? Let's have a look. Well, Year 5 said they thought that was true. Year 3 thought it was mostly true. Year 4 thought it was false. And of course, that one was true. Don't worry if you got that one wrong there, because that was quite a tricky one, because most people would think that isn't a good password. Next up, we had, is it okay to use the same password for all the different websites you visit and all your devices? Now, Year 5 said false. Year 4 also said false. And Year 3 said a brilliant false. That is 3 correct answers. Well done. Lastly, you said, if you close a web browser on the internet, does it automatically close down any websites that you've been using? Well, let's have a look what you guys said. Year 4 said false. Year 5 said false. And Year 3 thought that was true. Now, we know, unfortunately, that one was false. So Year 4 and 5 got that right. Year 3, not quite there, but don't worry, because again, they were tricky ones. Well done if you got 3 out of 3, but 2 out of 3 is good as well. Back to you guys.
Don't worry, Year 3, you're going to learn all about it later in the year. Now it's time to meet the hacker. Can I get a... This internautie's up to no good, trying to steal the internaut's personal information.
But luckily, there are lots of tools we can use to stop those hackers and keep our items secure.
The best way is by having a strong, secure password. Passwords are a bit like the keys to your house because they keep all the things you love safe and locked up so that only you can get to them. So think of it like this. You wouldn't lock up your house on a Tuesday morning, walk down the street and see the first stranger and say, "Stranger, hello, stop right there. Would you like the keys to my house? Whee! Would you do that?
No.
You wouldn't do that, would you? So, as year 3 know, don't do the same thing with your password.
That's right, and for that reason, it has to be really hard for a hacker to guess your password. So it can't just be the name of your pet or your favourite footy team. But how do we do that?
Well, Jenny, Pip was actually asking me if we could help them build a strong password for their Google account.
I've got a really good idea for a word. How about legends?
It's a good word, but is it secure enough?
Oh, let's ask the hacker and find out. Can you hack this, hacker?
Whoa! Hacked it. So that means that password, the word legends on its own, isn't strong enough. But do you remember what I said earlier? A password needs to be a mixture of lowercase letters and uppercase letters. So Pip, do you have any uppercase letters? Ooh.
This looks a lot more secure to me, but let's find out if the hacker can hack it.
Whoa. Hacked it again. So that's not, he said it's not too hard. So let's go back again. There was another stage, wasn't there? Lowercase letters, uppercase letters, and numbers. So to keep this word looking like legends, because it's easier to remember, let's just change the letters that look like numbers. So Jenny, if those E's were capitals, what number could they look like?
Like 3s?
Yeah, and what about that S on the end?
Like a 5.
Yeah, you know it. Did you guys spot that too? So let's see if Pip's got those numbers. Nice one.
This looks super secure now. Let's find out if the hacker can hack it.
Whoa, not too sure. We're getting there, but I think, oh, do you know what? I think I've forgotten something myself. So let's go through a checklist, Jen. We've got lowercase letters,
Yeah.
uppercase letters,
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah.
We've got 8 characters.
No.
Oh, we've only got 7 characters, and we're missing something else. Remember?
Oh, a symbol.
A symbol. Okay, Pip, do you have a symbol so that we can make this into 8 characters?
Oh, let's see if the hacker can hack this.
Whoa! Yay! We beat the hacker.
Let's find out if Pip is happy with the passwords. Oh, brilliant. But that is still quite a lot for me to remember, so let's just talk through how we actually built that password. First of all, we changed some lowercase letters into uppercase letters. We then changed some letters into numbers. It's a really good idea to make sure that they're letters that look like numbers so you can remember it as well. And then we made sure we had at least 8 characters, numbers or symbols, by adding a symbol like that hashtag. Now, the most important thing is that you do not share your password with anyone.
So guys, to be internet secure, you know how this works. We need to protect your stuff.
Now we are off to the final part of Interland. It's our favourite. It's Kind Kingdom. Now this is where internauts come together to just have fun. But remember, being kind in Interland is just as important as being kind on the internet.
In this part of Interland, internauts know to respect each other. This is called being internet kind. But guess what? You do get bullies in Interland, just like you do in the real world, sadly. This big yellow bobbing internauty here is called a cyberbully. They think it's okay to say unkind things to the other internauts and make them unhappy.
Now, internauts should only post, comment or share something they wouldn't mind receiving themselves. So they always think about how that comment would make another person feel before they press send. Now, we know that, don't we?
We do, Jenny.
But what we don't know is the time.
Oh.
It's challenge time! Woo! For this challenge, we are going to vote on emojis. I'm going to give you a situation, Jenny's going to show you 2 emojis, and you're going to vote on what would be the kindest to share. Then you're going to send your answers to the teachers, which are going to send them to Daniel. Our first one is, Legend has reached their highest score ever on their favourite game. Now, what emoji would you send to Legend?
I have 2 great emojis, Jenny. I have the original smiley emoji and I have cool emoji. Which would you go for, guys? Do you know what? I know that Legend would be buzzing to have got their highest score. So I think I'm inclined to say, Legend, I think you're cool.
Both good choices. What's our next one? One of your internauts one of your friends even has tried really, really hard on this drawing of their favourite internauts, and they've shared it with you. But what emoji would you comment back?
I have two more great ones. I have sticky out tongue emoji and I have heart emoji. Do you know what? I'm not the best drawer, and when I see somebody making a huge effort like this, I like to send them a big heart so they know I love it.
Oh, that's really kind. Our next one is my favourite animal ever. Look how cute this little one is here.
Oh, Jenny,
Yes.
that's really cute. Do you know what? We've got the same favourite animal.
We do?
I love foxes.
Oh.
I do.
It's not a fox.
Sorry?
It's a red panda.
I've never heard of a red panda.
Oh, that's okay. I'll tell you about them later. Just show the emojis.
Okay, I've got two emojis. I've got blushy smiley and I've got dreamy heart eyes. Which one? Do you know what? I'm a bit embarrassed that I got that one wrong. So I'm probably going to use blushy smiley.
Don't be embarrassed. Although I do think I'd use the dreamy heart eyes
Would
because
you?
it's so cute. Now our next one is a really tricky one actually. If one of your friends was having a really bad day, like Pip here, you might want to send them a kind comment or emoji to really cheer them up. But what would you choose?
I've only got two left, Jenny. I have crying with laughter emoji and I've got two hearts. This one is tricky because that's my favourite emoji ever. I send it all the time, but let's think about this. Pip's upset. Imagine if you were upset and I sent you that emoji. What would you think?
I think you were laughing at me.
Oh, I wouldn't want that. So I think, would that one cheer you up?
Yeah, definitely.
Sending you lots of love.
That's a brilliant choice. And what about you? What did you choose?
Well, let's have a look. First of all, you asked, or you showed a picture of Legend getting his highest score in his favourite game. Well, I have to tell you first of all that it was Miss Gardner. Mrs. Gardner is, you had her favourite emoji in there, which was the happy one. So that's great. And I think they would have gone with that one. Second of all, you said you had the Internaut's beautiful drawing. What did we go with that one? You said at Kaye's first nursery school that you liked the heart, both of you. That's all the years there, 3, 4 and 5. Good choice, same as you, Jenny. So well done there. Next up, you had Jenny's favourite animal, the red panda. What a beautiful animal it was. And you guys once again said the dreamy heart eyes, which is a good choice, and that would most certainly be my choice as well. And lastly, you went to Pip, who was a bit upset, wasn't they? Pip. So you wanted to try and cheer them up, and you had two emojis there. You had lots of hearts, sending lots of love, and the crying with laughter emoji, which is Mrs. Fisher's favourite emoji. But hopefully you wouldn't have used it at that point because we know it probably wouldn't have been the best one. So you actually said, again, this is year 3, 4 and 5, all said the hearts ones. And I think, guys, you have made the right choices there. So well done. Back to you guys.
Well done, guys. You sound super kind. Now, that last one was important because when we say something on the internet, it's not always the same as saying it in person.
Now, this is why before I post anything, I say it out loud and think, would I say that to another person's face? If the answer's no, should I post it?
No. Now, internet legends always know to be kind and positive. So, next time you're online, guys, your challenge is to find someone that you can be kind and positive to. Now, I'm going to use an example in the studio today and say, Jenny, I think you're doing a brilliant job today.
Oh, thank you. I think you're doing a brilliant job.
Aww.
I also think Daniel's doing a brilliant job, and I think Kaye's first and nursery school are doing an amazing job.
They are, but guess what? If someone's being unkind to you or somebody that you know, there are some things you can do to stop them. They're going to appear on the screen and I want you to shout them out with us. First thing you can do is block. Second thing you can do is report. And lastly, you could tell an adult. If you're ever not sure which of those to do, you could do all three, but always come back to, if you're really not sure, tell an adult.
Absolutely. So how are we internet kind? Say it when you see it.
Respect each other.
So that's it. We visited all of Interland and I'm sure you'll agree it's a brilliant place, but our work here is done.
It's not done.
Oh.
Did you think it was done? I thought you were joking.
Yeah, I mean, they're waving, we're saying bye.
Yeah, Jenny, we've gone through the islands, but we haven't gone through the whole pledge.
Oh, so sharp, alert, secure, kind, brave. When in doubt, discuss.
Yeah, this one's called being internet brave because when an internaut hears or sees something that they're not sure is quite right, they talk to somebody who can help them out. This is really important. When we go online, there's always someone we can talk to.
Like our favourite YouTubers, because we're watching them all the time, and then we can...
That wasn't who I meant, Jenny.
Oh.
That's all right. So let's quickly go through a little list of who that could be. It could be a parent, a teacher, a carer, your auntie, your uncle, or your grandparents. It might be somebody who's not on this list. But the important thing is it's somebody that you know well, somebody that you can trust, somebody that you can tell what's on your mind, even in a tricky situation. And do you know what, guys? That really is the bravest thing you can do.
It is indeed. So how are we internet brave? Say it when you see it.
When in doubt, discuss. So there you really have it. You've seen everything it takes to become an internet legend. Your final challenge, though, is to take away everything you've learnt today. Teach it to those that you know in school and at home so that they can become internet legends too. Now, the best way to remember all of this is to take the pledge with us. Jenny, can you lead the pledge?
I can indeed. So if you get your hand and place it across your heart like this, and then repeat after me. I promise.
I promise.
To be sharp and think before I share.
To be sharp and think before I share.
To be alert and check it's for real.
To be alert and check it's for real.
To stay secure and protect my stuff.
To stay secure and protect my stuff.
To be kind and respect my fellow legends.
To be kind and respect my fellow legends.
And be brave. When in doubt, discuss.
And be brave. When in doubt, discuss.
That was brilliant. Now, Kaye's first in nursery school, I want you to say what you can see as loud as you can. Let's go! Sharp, alert, secure, kind, brave!
Yeah, wow, guys, you are officially... Oh, do you know what I can see? I can see the oversharer with the final letter. Can you see that, Jenny?
What's that for?
Did you not see the other letters that they were floating around?
No?
Oh, you missed them all. I wonder if you guys spotted all of those letters. I hope you wrote them down and I hope you told your teacher. I think some of you knew it already. Tell you what, let's come across to Daniel and find out if anyone got that word.
Well, just before we look and see if anyone's got that word, I need to tell you that going back to what you said earlier about a list of people that you could speak to, Sky said he would tell his dad and Iris would tell her mum and dad as well. Great choices, but as Jenny said, there are loads of choices out there that you can speak to as long as you trust that person and know them well. Now, this word. Okay, we have had some words included and sent to us. Mrs. Fisher in year 4 and 5 has said the word resoundingly. She's actually the first to say it. So I would say that year 5, they have said in big, huge capital letters is the word interland. Is that right?
Year 5, the word is interland. Congratulations. And guess what? You can take your own trip to Interland to play our free game. All you need to do to play this is go to g.co/Interlands and the game will appear. You can challenge your friends and family to try and beat your highest scores. So have loads of fun playing that game, everybody. Now, guys, all that's left to say is you have been the most fantastic audience. Thank you to you and your teachers for listening and for joining in. We want to tell you that you are officially Internet Legends!
So that's all from us now. All that's left to do is say happy internet exploring and bye!